What's up, guys? In one of my recent tweets, I mentioned how Radex's Discord, they had some chatter going around about a TGE. Also very busy. TGE is definitely in progress. Um, and then we're building something super cool. TGE will happen after that. It won't take too much time. I know you guys are waiting. Um, Kind of giving me hopes that it's kind of time to start farming Radex now. If y'all haven't been, get some points on the board. I think it's going to be a pretty good one. And then looking at their Discord, if you just look up TGE recently, TGE's in preparation. Stay tuned. It was yesterday, so 8:25. The point system will continue after in the coming months. So it sounds like it's before the year end, which is a great sign. And this was the last tweet we saw on 8/14. But in here, I promised I'd kind of go a little bit over Radex. So here we go, guys. I'll go over a couple other things as well. So Radex is pretty much, in my mind, a Pendle for Solana. They have a competitor, Exponent. I haven't used them. Here they're good though, but I dove into Radex head first, so I've kind of just been sticking with it. I've only done stables and like real world asset tokens, which is like this PST token. It had a lot higher yield when I first started, but I'm out. I've been out for a while on this. Hilo in my last video, you can actually earn fixed yield on it. On your, this is the unstaked version, and the staked version is here. But the pools are full, so you can't quite add in now, I don't believe. Maybe you can't. I think it might just be for the liquidity pools being full. Let's see. Yeah, liquidity pools are full, so you can still earn points or just fix your yield so it doesn't get too much change, but you will be losing out on all your Hilo points. But I think that's might be a mistake. I'm not sure. 34% is pretty juicy if we're being honest. It seems like you will be paid back out in the actual staked version. Some tokens, they such as this one I was looking at earlier on Earn, which is the fixed, liquidity, which is you still get the points, and you get some like trading fees, etc. And then leverage is where you're just getting like heavy exposure to the points. Yeah, so here you'd earn 31 exposure to HYUSD to their points, but you end up losing all your like if you hold this to the end, it'd be worth $0. The points might end up being worse when they have an airdrop. Yeah, I think it's always a safer bet if you're new to just stick with stables. That's what I've done, or I've done liquidity too. But I mean that has its own risks. Yeah, so I'll go over a couple things I've been considering. So I'm looking at. I currently have a position in only on YU, which is Yala's stablecoin. It's like a Bitcoin-backed, over collateralized stablecoin they issue. They did airdrop not too long ago. It's pretty good, but I have Earn going on, so I'm only getting I've actually Earn and liquidity, but I'm leveraged on. I'll show y'all soon on my Loopscale, but I'm leveraged on my Earn position. So currently, but you're earning 5x RateX points, which is, I mean, the highest I've seen in a while. I think I've seen a 6x before, but it might be the highest they currently have. Um, and then I have some liquidity going on too, so I'm still racking up some just Yalla points. Hopefully, their season 2 will be pretty solid. Um, but yeah, so I'm considering entering into this SUSDU, which seems like it's um, a Jupiter pool like delta neutral strategy where they deposit Jupiter and they short it and then they're earning um, just kind of hedging it out. But it's got 62 days left and earning, but you're locking in 23% for 60 days. That is a little hidden, it's a little off. I'll show you later, but I might be wrong. And they use this Unitas. So what you'd have to do is if you have to buy through USDU. So let's just do even numbers for now. $1,000. That's not right. So I'd get 999.75 of these. And then I'd end up getting 971.39 of the staked ones. And then we'd take this and go and deposit this in or an earn. This won't show us, but it'll show us what we would get allegedly. Get 1,036. Just a little quick math of this. Minus the original $1,000 we put in. We'd end up with 36.977 earnings after 62 days. But downside, it's a little, as I'm saying, it's a little hidden, is because this is, where does it say? One PT SUSDU 2510, 10 is October, so that's when it ends, equals 1 USDU, so not the staked version. And you saw what we lost going from here to here. It's this, it's like 3%-ish. I'm not really exactly sure what it is, but there's like something you're losing. But they're baking that amount in, I think, into this. So that's why it seems so high, because when you get out of it, you're apparently getting the 1 USDU at maturity. Because if we put in, that we'd get this. So, but that's still not bad for 61 days, 62 days. About 1,000. You're earning 3.6%, 3.7%. I mean, it's not annualized either, but I mean, it's not bad at all. Considering doing that. And then Loopscale, like I was mentioning, they are solid. I like them a lot. My other thought is putting my stable coins more into here. They have a little bit incentivized, like a 1 point something percent. Yeah, this ADX token. I don't know much about it, but who knows how volatile that is. But you can leverage your PT positions. So your PT positions are your are your fixed rate from RateX. They had the exponent positions here too. I'm not 100% sure. You will take an initial hit, so you will be at a loss at first and hold it to the end, or you're gonna lose money. But you're earning 22.75% allegedly. If you ran it out over the year, and you can leverage it up. I did like 2.9 x, but so I'm up 2.72% currently. There's still 6-7 days left in this before I'd close it out. And I put $1,000 into this lend position just because even number I can just for showing y'all a while ago, and in July, and 9 point almost 1% I've made. But I think that might just be in USDC, so that might not count my oops. That may not count my ADX. I don't think it does. Yeah, so you go there to loop it. You go to loop. All my links for these referral codes, if you want to use them, will be linked. But so you're to loop. Make sure you have plenty of Sol just for gas. And then, did you want to do? I do stablecoin pegged, and then like this is one. It's pretty good. They had good airdrops, but here's what I'm in, and I kind of just stayed with stablecoins. Only place I have any Solana is in Hilo, just because that was a super cool environment protocol going on. But yeah, and then you earn leveraged RateX points too. So if you check your dashboard and leverage earn, so I'm earning points for $5,033, but I only have $1,700 in there. It is very beneficial, I think, just especially at I think the 5x they have going on here, 5x points. So, but I think Radix could be a very, very, very solid airdrop. Pendle's, one of my favorite protocols on Ethereum. Just the ideas of just having fixed yield, or they had the new Boros going, what you can do with funding rates. A lot of interesting ideas they have going on, but I think that when they release airdrop, I think it'll be pretty solid. And then two quick other little things I wanted to just look at with you. I haven't looked too deeply into it, but I've seen some things on Twitter, and I'm just kind of checking them out. Not recommending them at all, but just while I got you here. So Carrot, good. Got through their Twitter link, but enter application, popped in here, and you just deposit USDC, USDT, PayPal USD. And then they have these different strategies down here, and they're based off of like higher yield generally has higher APY. They said here at least, but 11%, 1.8 million doesn't. I guess it's higher in the USDT position. That makes sense. But yeah, watching them, and they're audited by a pretty reputable auditor. And they I don't know too much about it, but they said they have some kind of mechanism where, like, if some positions started to go awry on like drift, for instance, like they have like measures to just quickly exit before things got too bad. Which, like, normal people who have this in your full time job, like you might be on like crypto Twitter a lot, but you're gonna miss it. You might be asleep. You might be working your job. Who knows? Yeah, but they're earning pretty decent yield. Where do we see this? 8, yeah, 8%, 8-9%. Um, Pretty solid, but um, you know, if I'm gonna do anything, I'm probably gonna do either just add to my position on USDC and Loopscale. They have a new vault here, but this is like their own positions, which is pretty cool. So like all of these are um, like when we loop up here, they can like kind of gain the APR because they're lending to themselves, or not themselves, but like they're lending to their own strategies. So like here, I'm kind of lending myself a little bit. So their APY is 8%. It was 7% for like the longest time. But of the positions that like, if I put $1,000 in here, 4% of that is going back to myself, kind of, to like loan out for this. So, and it seems, I mean, it's pretty 771 loans. It's 7 pages of, 5, like pretty diversified. A lot would have to go wrong. Some of these are more like condensed down, but like they are deciding the rates on these. I mean, there's obviously market participation. Like you might unwind your loop if it's too high or your earning yields gets too low compared to that. But like, that's nice. Less outside um, unknowns if you trust this position in general. But like this USDC on they're offering a lot higher. A lot of it is incentivized from this protocol, but like it depends on how much you trust these places. Like Margin Fi, very reputable, but I'm not too sure about these people. That's just kind of like hesitancy. Um, but I'm sure it's. I mean, people thought it was okay to put $1.45 million in there over not that long of a time. When was this? A couple days ago. So, um, yeah. But yeah, y'all give me a follow. Y'all use my links. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day. Um, Not advice. It's just my 2 satoshis. Yeah. See y'all later.